host of Aaron's Hour, Aaron Phillips.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to a live edition of Aaron's Hour, coming to you live from the WWDB-TV studios in honor of wet Las Vegas, Nevada. I said all that with one breath because I had it all stored up from last week when I wasn't on the air. That's right. Thank you, George Miklos, the mouth from the round table, for filling in for me. Thank you for watching, whether on YouTube, whether on Facebook. If you're driving around town, like back east right now, it's 3 o'clock, and you're probably dropping off from soccer classes with the kids, download the mobile app, WWDB-TV, to your Android. Or, hello, Jennifer from Hawaii. No, you can't download Jennifer from Hawaii, but you can download WWDB-TV LV to your iPhone app. Give us a call, 702-992-3207. Jennifer from Hawaii, she's in the chat room. Welcome to a live show. As you can see, I am not alone this morning. John thinks I'm always alone because I don't have friends, but this show will prove to you that it's not the case, because we're obviously skipping Vegas and rap because I have an action-packed show. After these guests are done, I have another guest coming on who will talk about his experiences in wine. Mr. John Piloton will be joining us after our first break. But sitting with me, you guys all already met this young man, Ed Murray. He's part of Desert Valley Gallery as the operations manager, co-owner, with the gentleman sitting next to him, Mr. Richard Holtzberg. He is a curator, owner. He does everything he wants to do because he's also the other half of the ownership of the gallery. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming in. So good to have you here. On a wet, so you looked at the weather before we got started. It's not supposed to rain till later today.
Correct. Tonight.
So the weathermen lied to us. Can you imagine that? The weather people were wrong. But anyway, these gentlemen are here today because the last time, if you remember, folks, we had Monique and Ed because Richard was stuck in Chicago and he couldn't get in. So I promised him, when you have the ability, we'll get him in here, because really these two gentlemen here, they make up the backbone of the gallery, Desert Valley Gallery, located in Tivoli Village. If you're familiar with that, think about where the Valet Circle is. They're right on one of those, I was going to say corners, but a circle really doesn't have a corner, does it? Brio, you're next to Brio, Echo and Rig on that corner diagonally across
Brio
from Parkway
gone.
Tavern.
Brio is no more.
Now
No?
it's Al Solito Posto.
Al Solito Posto.
I missed the memo. Anyway, if you're on that Valet Circle, they're in one of those circled corners over there. Great. You can't miss it, folks, because it is the best. And I say this not because they're here. I say this each and every week. I've been there. I own pieces from one of their artists in there. But when people say the word gallery, people think of dark, dank, black, brown walls with frames that look like they come out of the 17th century with people in them, right? The gallery is totally opposite. For those of you who've seen the commercials, really represents a great picture of the gallery being so up. And How did that concept come about?
I wanted color.
There you go. Simple. Even though you're wearing a black and white shirt. Go for it. So you wanted it to pop.
Yes.
Right? And what it does, and I've shared this with you guys in the past, I walk by, it grabs you. Whether you want it to or not, because of what's in there, the colors, the art pieces, because it is bright and colorful, you can't help but walk by and do one of these and something pulls you in there.
Absolutely.
And I love the concept. Now, your background, you pretty much grew up in the art industry, yeah? Talk about that.
I grew up in the clothing industry, actually.
Oh, you were one of those.
But grew up around a lot of art.
Okay, and you're from the East Coast?
From Palm Beach, Florida.
Okay, so Palm Beach is really like New York City South, because that's where everybody retires.
Now.
No, but being in that market, in the clothing market, you have to be personable. You have to have a design eye for things, right?
Correct.
And that transfers over to this world of art. But now you're a curator. For those who don't know, just in case, explain what a curator is for a gallery.
I hand select each individual piece.
Okay.
I pick the artist that I want to represent and bring it to life in the gallery.
Now, Ed, have you ever, I'm sure not, but I'm going to ask anyway, has there ever been a piece that he's looked at and said, Ed, what do you think? And you guys kind of don't always, I can't imagine you agree on every piece that comes into the gallery.
Oh, absolutely not.
Okay. So what is that like when you say, listen, Richard, I don't think that's going to fly? I mean, tell me about that, because you run the shop. You're the operations manager, more or less, right?
Well, I always defer to Richard because he has the best eye.
Okay.
But in our own personal lives together, we made a commitment over 30 years ago that if we were going to bring in a piece of art into our home, then we both had to be able to live with it.
Okay. So same thing maybe for the gallery kind of idea, right?
Not.
Well, they're here to hear first. That rumor is now laid to rest, folks.
Yeah.
That's it right there.
Absolutely not.
No, I got to tell you, the day I was last with you a couple of weeks ago, when we met back up at the gallery, there was that huge Marilyn Monroe piece that got delivered. Right. Well, you brought it in specifically for somebody. How big was that piece?
64 inches square.
Okay, that's a big piece, folks.
Mm-hmm.
But you also have, there you go. Is that it?
That's
That's
it.
it.
The one
There
we
you go,
sold.
just sold. There, good
Yeah.
timing, John. Well done.
Hey, I listen.
And I didn't do that, forgetting that was one of them. So I'm
Right.
glad you were listening.
Going to live in Tiburon, California.
Yeah, sorry, it was being shipped back out. But you also have the same artist. You have other pieces. And who's
Allison
that artist?
Lefcourt. Allison Lefcourt.
Okay.
She's
So-
my niece.
no nepotism or anything there. No. But she does great work.
Dude, look at the piece.
Yeah.
I know, no. And there's other pieces by her.
By her.
And there is a smaller Marilyn in there also, if memory serves.
Someone
right?
else.
Okay.
Another
So
artist.
I thought it was a Maryland, but there was another Maryland piece there because the FedEx guy that day, if you remember, when you guys took it in
Yes.
a box, oh my God, he wanted it, and we pointed him to the other. Did he ever come back, by the way?
No, he did not.
Damn it, FedEx, get back over there, that driver. But how much did he have to sell you on this concept of a bright gallery? If you
No.
opened your own gallery, would you have done the same thing?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, same reasoning, the brightness and everything.
Exactly.
Guys,
Yes.
I can't, being all from the faith that we are, I can't polish enough about it. I love it. I mean, the other day we were in there, my wife and I jumped in to see you guys. My wife and I were on the way to meet some folks for a retirement party at Parkway Tavern.
Mm-hmm.
And we parked in the section down below you guys there. And we came up, we're walking by. I said, babe, I'm not going there unless we pop in over here to say hello. And I'm sorry, I don't remember the lady's name who was with you that day. Long brunette.
Suzanne.
Is she an artist? Or
No, she's one of the sales.
Sales
Oh, okay.
associates.
So she was there. You were there. I don't think you were there when my wife
No,
and
I
I
don't
popped
think
in.
so.
But it's like, how can you not pop in? Not only just to see you guys, but with all due respect, when I walk in there, I say hi, and then my eyes go elsewhere. I'll talk to you, but my eyes are all like, what's new? What's new? What's new? It's like,
Everybody pops in. They tend to come back all the time because we're constantly selling pieces. So
Right.
the art, what hangs on the wall changes constantly.
right. And that's good for not only inventory, but you also consign for artists there, right?
Yes.
So now I can vouch for one of them, but name some of the artists that you have pieces there on consignment that you're repping.
Well, Romero Brito,
Okay.
world famous Brazilian artist. Of course, my niece, Allison Lefcourt.
I'm surprised you didn't lead with her.
No, it's okay. James Coleman, who was
Okay.
one of Disney's foremost background artists
Okay.
for about 30 years.
Well, got to mention Anya for me.
Anya Weitmeyer from
Right.
Germany.
Right.
Also,
That's right. If you can't name them
it's
all,
coming. No, it's coming to me. I just senior moment.
that's all right. We all have them.
Senior moment.
But I meant
Michael Goddard.
Okay.
Las Vegas is
Oh
Michael
yeah,
Goddard.
I know Michael. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. It's funny because I met Anya years ago at a First Friday event. We walked
Where
into
she
her
started.
gallery there. Yeah, and the very first time I walked in there, the piece that was it the Batman. She did the Batman piece,
Yes.
the collage, which that was the very first time I walked by and I saw that piece. That's what brought me in because it was right in the window, and I saw Anya's name on it. I'm like, I know Anya.
She's a digital photographer, digital artist.
Right.
She's the only digital we carry.
And I have currently 2 pieces that I bought a couple of months ago. I still have to keep explaining them. Oh, speaking of my wife, wow, my wife's actually watching a show. John, mark this day down, please.
I
if you
did.
will.
I put it in.
Please put it down. Guys, you should feel honored. My wife is actually watching my show.
Excellent.
And I was about to say, she says she loves the gallery. And the pieces that I
That's
purchased.
the only reason she's watching.
I know, it is not me. I've been doing this 18 years. She don't tune in for me. But I brought the pieces that I bought was the skeleton, the black and
the
white
black and white.
offsetting.
Uh-huh.
I keep trying to explain to her the concept of those pictures, by
The
the way.
eternal love.
Thank you. Did you hear that, Eileen? Eternal love, okay? So leave me alone now. They're hanging in our bedroom.
Yeah.
But it was such a kick to see an artist. I'm not going to sit here and say I know a ton of artists, but to see Anya in there was very impressive to me because as obviously as I've gotten to know you both, I can't sit down and draw a picture and say here because you guys really do your homework on your artists. So so what does it go into? How much time? What do you do to vet, if you will, an artist? How do you decide?
I have to see representation of their work.
Okay.
I have to see where they've shown before. I try to have artists who have exhibited worldwide, not just in a local gallery. I want my customer to feel that they're buying someone of renown.
Okay. Let's bring up some of the other pieces there, John, when you have a moment, so we can talk about them to show more pieces as we go. As John is bringing them up, here's a little incentive. When you do go into the, notice I said when, ladies and gentlemen.
I like this one.
All right. So when you go to the gallery to check out this piece, this is a Hamsa, the hand of God, basically. So describe who this is and what
This
this
is Waldrop. Wait a minute. Hulbert Waldrop. He's from Brooklyn, New York, and he does these shadow pieces. The actual image is created by the shadow of all the people dancing and milling around on the lines that create the Hamza.
Oh, okay. Very cool. Very cool.
It's fabulous. That's all he'll do. And he'll commission your name, a word that means something to you, your business logo, things like that.
Ideas. Ideas just popped into my head. I know, right? Can you smell the wood burning?
Yeah.
I do want to mention, though, as part of the welcome to going into the gallery, between now and the end of the year, if you mention Aaron's Hour, mention my name, tell him you saw him here at whatever, WWDB TV, if first-time buyers only, $1,000 purchase or more, is that correct?
Yes.
Is that right? 20% discount. That's right. 20% off $1,000 purchase or more. And with the holidays coming up not too far away and you're thinking about gifts or anything, get it now. Beat the rush. You've got the incentive to go in there, right? And I do have a website where people can see pieces.
They can see the different artists,
right?
yes.
But nothing is purchased online.
Nothing is available online.
See, I do my homework here, folks. You have to go to the gallery. If you're not in the area, you better send somebody in on your behalf to look at what's there. That's how you do it. But if they reach out to you, they can communicate. I'm looking for this kind of piece from this artist. So you communicate with them. And then you obviously, as is the piece with that the Marilyn Monroe picture, buy it, ship it. You inspect it, which, by the way, the piece will come to the gallery first. Fully inspected, which I saw them try to uncrate the 64 square Marilyn Monroe before you accept it. And and I heard you called the buyer. Yeah. It's here, it's checked, it's ready to go. So I've been in there to watch the operation. So whether you're in the store to buy, but you find a piece, they do their homework, guys. And if you want somebody in particular, just email them. Now, through the website.
Through the website.
The website is?
DesertValleyGallery.com.
I didn't mean to test you there, Richard. Sorry. DesertValleyGallery.com. Why do I struggle over that all the time? I should know that. And a phone number to the shop, that's the one right there. Yeah, 702-476-0760. That's Tivoli Village
467.
What did I say? 0760 is what's on there.
But it
could be wrong.
Yes, it's
what he's going to say. Give him the right number, will you please?
702-476-0767.
There you go, 0767. This must be to the other Richard I know.
It might be.
So you guys can see this. Folks can't see this, but in the left side of the screen, the gentleman in black and white there, that's Mr. John Piloton, who'll be joining us shortly. Do you have any, let's say, Hawaiian-centric pieces? Something that has
don't have Hawaiian-centric, but I do carry an artist who was born and raised in Hawaii.
And who is that?
Jeremiah Kanyupo.
So I'm going to ask John, bring John up here for a second. John, I'm going to bring you in. So I want to know if you're familiar with this artist. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my guest to come on, Mr. John Piloton. He is the current principal at Gilbert Elementary School. Good morning, John. How are you?
Good morning, Aaron. Thanks for having me on the air.
No problem. Did you hear the name of the artist?
I'm not familiar with that artist, but Hawaii has so much amazing artists, street artists, professional, and they're just so culturally sharing of our culture there. So
absolutely. So I'm glad you had the connection, because really today's show is all about Hawaii and what's going on there. And John's going to share with us. He's from Maui, but he also spent a lot of time over. Is it pronounced Lahaina or Lahaina?
Lahaina.
All right. Because we've been debating it. Lahaina. You see somebody in there, Eileen Cohen, says hi specifically to you.
Hi, Eileen's been amazing, so supportive, wonderful administrator. So thank you.
Oh, great. Now I won't be able to walk in my house. You just blew her head up. So as I mentioned, John used to work with my wife, but our school, Gilbert, was selling Lays for $1 donation. I shouldn't say selling, donations as a fundraiser to send out. And then I loved the idea. I contacted my wife on, Tuesday. And I said, hey, this is what we're doing. And of course, the people at my wife's school know John. And sure enough, they jumped in. And within 2.5 days, John, I'm gonna jump the shark on you. The final number is $319.
Wow.
$319 was donated.
Wonderful.
Very nice.
And delays and whatnot. So his old school chipped in and helped. All right. I was just curious if you know the artist. So let's put John back aside because he's doing important schoolwork till we come back from break. So
Bye, John.
Bye, John. We'll see you in a few. So next week, cabaret. You have other stuff going on than just displaying art. I'm kind of jumping ahead. You do shows, you do stuff for kids and community. But next Saturday, it's sold out. So you have some sold out stuff there for next week there, Mr. John Producer. Is that next week? No, that is next week. You have 3 seats left.
It says 3 seats left, but we're all sold
out.
Yep.
But
Good to know.
When's the next one?
The next one we're having a couple of art shows.
Please share it.
In September. One on Friday, the 15th of September from 6 to 9 p.m. And then Jeremiah Kaniupo, who we were just referred to, is going to be doing an art show where he will paint live.
Oh, John, you got to get there. Mark that down on your calendar, John.
On Saturday, the 23rd of September.
Okay. Very cool.
All right. Then in October, we're going to be taking a little break because Richard and I are going across the pond.
Oh.
We're going to Ireland for 2.5 weeks.
Oh, very cool.
And then my singing partner, Monique,
Yes.
whom you met the last time, she will be premiering her one-woman show that pays tribute to all of the female singers that have influenced her.
Oh, right on.
She'll be doing that on Saturday, November 11th. And then we have the possibility of a Christmas show coming in by someone who performed in February when she did her Marlene Dietrich
Nice.
tribute. And then we have a gentleman by the name of Ike Jackson with a very soulful sound coming in on January 27th of 24.
Wow,
So
we're booked out.
yes, we
We're
are.
booked out like it's my place. You're booked out. So as these events come up, I will be sharing them on the air as well, so that you'll get tickets early, because you only sell about 30 seats.
seats.
That's all you
Yes,
get.
30
can't
tickets.
fit more.
So it's 30 or bust. And if you don't get in on a particular show, just know there's more stuff coming.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to figure out a way, and John may throw something at me when I say this, which I don't care. Well, only if it's hard. Yeah, right. Here it comes. I want to figure out a way to do a live remote from the gallery. I
That
want to
would
do
be
something
awesome.
to come down, even if it's not on the Saturday, maybe pick another evening where we could schedule something to come down, show the gallery off, whatever. I want to come up with something to do that. So we're going to have to put our heads together and figure that out. So you're surviving okay, by
I'm
the way.
surviving.
Yes, John, question from the gallery over there.
Yeah. When is Monique doing her show again?
Monique will be doing her show on Saturday evening, the 11th of November. So 11/11/23.
At what time?
The doors will open at 8 p.m. and the show will start at 8:35 p.m.
You want to try that?
Yeah. Oh, to do a remote from there?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be a great idea.
Yeah.
Sure. I'm for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you fit us in on top of the 30 people that'll be sitting there to watch the show?
We'll fit it. We'll make it
Yes.
work.
All right. Book it. November 11th. Aaron Zauer will be. So we're going to do a
See,
rate.
Right. That way I get to see the show for free.
Yeah. So that means Aaron Zauer will be double that day. Regular show on the 11th, and then a special show. Unless you want to do unless you want to do Aaron Zauer only at the gallery instead of 12 o'clock too. Unless you want to do two shows, I'll talk to him off the air. We don't need to discuss it. Either way, you're going to see Aaron.
Yes. Talk to your guests.
I know, I'm
You
trying.
can talk anytime.
Either way, you're going to see Aaron Zauer at least from the gallery that night as well. All right. Any other final things you want to share? Or have we covered everything?
I think we've covered
good?
it. Yeah, we're good.
Desert Valley Gallery, South Rampart, Tivoli Village. 20% off first-time buyers of $1,000 or more at the gallery. Take advantage of it. Get multiple pieces for friends, for people, for the even if you don't like people, just buy them and give them up. And like them, they'll like you. Whether you like them or not, it's not the point. Just get up there. You got to see these guys. You will love the gallery. It will grab you and pull you in. You're not going to want to leave, but they do close at what time? What's your operating hours at the gallery?
We're open every morning at 11 a.m. and on Sundays through Tuesdays, we close at 7 p.m.
Okay.
Wednesdays through Saturdays, we close at 8 p.m.
Or by appointment.
And we also can make private appointments.
If you didn't get all of that, just watch the rerun on YouTube, Facebook, on Roku. Or just call. It's on the website, of course, every
Yes.
hour. So you
All
can
the
always go to
hours.
our website as well. All right.
And I would just
Yeah,
like
please,
to add
please.
one other thing. Besides art pieces to hang on your wall or to put on shelves and so on and so forth, we also have one-of-a-kind jewelry.
I'm glad you said
Richard's
that.
background is not only in art, but in ladies' fashion,
Okay.
including jewelry. And as a result of his connections from all of his work in the fashion industry, we have one-of-a-kind pieces by a variety of different artisans, and they are very cost-effective, very pretty, very unique,
Cost effective. I
but
like that
very
word.
cost effective.
But it is. And I'm glad you brought that up because I know that that's in there. And so go see it all. Don't take my word for it. Don't even take their word for it. Just get your asses over there and get in there. That's the bottom line, you guys. I'm going to end it right there, so you guys can head out.
Very
Thank
good.
you so much. Always
Thank
a pleasure
you so
to see
much.
you. You did well. You didn't
Thank
run
you.
out, but the seatbelt on your chair kept you there. All right, you're watching Aaron's Hour.
And the door's locked.
And the door's locked. Mr. John Piloton will join me right after this. Don't go anywhere. Aaron's Hour will be right back.
Right now?
Right now. Do it.
How unique.
It's gorgeous.
You'll find the art that speaks to your heart at Desert Valley Gallery. I've gotta have it.
So colorful.
I can't live without it. You'll find the art that speaks to your heart at Desert Valley Gallery.
Hello, everybody. It's me, President Trump, greatest president in the history of presidents, and I've been on a lot of shows. Believe me, but the best one by far is Aaron's Hour with Aaron Phillips. This guy is so amazing. What a great interviewer, and you can catch him every Saturday from 12 to 1. 12 to 1. It's a tremendous show. You know why? I was on it, and the ratings went through the roof. Check it out on WWDB TV. That's WWDB TV. It's huge.
Hey, welcome back. All right. Thank you, Richard and Ed. And now you'll see the grounds crew come in. Are you going to take something? No, you don't have to take any of that away. You have to go back there so I can bring John in.
I know, but I want to adjust you.
Oh, sorry. John Piloton will be joining here in a moment. John is currently in front of the camera adjusting cameras. That's okay now that my other guests are here. John Piloton, currently the principal over at Gilbert Elementary School, located down by the movie theater, the outdoor movie theater on Cary and Rancho.
Here's
just to give
Johnny.
here's Johnny, give you a rough idea. And listen, I've shared this before, but I also currently am part of John's staff over there because they actually have a broadcasting program there for 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders. At that age range, all I cared about was what time Bugs Bunny was on a Saturday. But these kids could be in the studio learning the skill. Mr. John, thank you so much for joining me today.
Good morning. You're welcome, and thank you for having me, Aaron.
Nah, no worries. So first of all, you're gracious enough to come on for what has been probably a little bit of an emotional week or 10 days with all that's been going on there. And people are asking me questions. People are asking Eileen questions through to you, wanting to know if your family's okay, what's going on. You were gracious enough. And by the way, having you on was Eileen's idea, by the way. So you can blame her. I don't want to delve into that just yet. I want to share, first of all, talk about you born and raised there, right? When did you move to the mainland?
We moved 2015.
Okay. And I know you're married. You just celebrated, by the way, your Eileen says thanks. So I threw her under the bus. But I know you were just back there with your wife and children celebrating an anniversary, right?
Yes.
Now, were you
25
in
years.
Maui or where were you exactly for that?
We went to both islands, but the celebration was on Oahu. But our honeymoon was in Lahaina 25 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just a magical place. So we didn't want to go anywhere else. Just staycation and enjoy Lahaina.
Now, how long were you out there for?
My most recent trip, about 10 days.
Wow.
4 days on Maui, and Lahaina is just so magical.
So let's talk about the island Lahaina from a historical standpoint. Let's set the stage because, unfortunately, I mean, some of the news is out there about the importance of this island, how long it's been there, and all of that stuff. But I want to recap some of that. If I'm not mistaken, the island was from like the 1700s, I want to say.
Yeah, mainly historically, the New Zealand, the Maori sailed, so the Hawaiians are distinct relatives of the Maori, so they're connected in that way. So Lahaina historically was our first capital, whaling village, before the capital moved to Honolulu. But yeah, Lahaina has a lot of history. The people are prideful, amazing people, close knit as you can be, and it's heartbreaking to see what happened.
What wasn't the island, if I read the history correct, which I probably didn't, but who knows, wasn't it also like a protective island from pirates, or protected the island somehow? It was a fortress or a fort of some sort, was it not?
I don't know about that, but I know historically, it started as a whaling village.
Okay,
So a lot of whaling, as you know, the humpbacks go there.
right.
Yeah,
What's the normal population for the island?
when I grew up, it was like 40, 50,000. Now it's about 100,000.
Wow.
On the west side, Lahaina is about 13 to 15 locals, 15,000 people that live there.
Now, growing up on Maui, did you as a child growing up, did you spend time over there on the island with friends, or tell us about your history going over there? What did you do? What were the things to do? The things that were that sort of thing.
So I grew up on the north shore of Maui, but for most locals on Maui, our road trip was to Lahaina. So that because it's about a 30-minute road trip from the central part of the valley to Lahaina, and it's magical, Aaron, because you go through the Pali, and on the left you see ocean and humpbacks. On the right you see the cliffs, and as you approach Lahaina, there's these beaches, Laniupoko, Puamana, which is just amazing local beaches that we hang out. And then as you arrive, you see the historical town of Lahaina.
Now, I believe you sent, John, do we have that picture of the island, Mr. Producer? That I sent. That one would be very good. Yeah. So, John, you sent me this picture. This is exactly what you're talking about, yes?
Yes. You see how beautiful it is. I mean, it's just amazing.
The colors, I'm looking at the orange, I'll just call it a house, but the orange roof there, the red a little bit to the left. I mean, the colors, the mountains, none of this is touched up in this picture, right? I mean, this is what it is.
It is what it is. It's just like you can take a picture in the afternoon and it's going to look like this. I mean, I'm sorry, it used to look like this.
Yeah. Well, let's be positive. It will look like this again. So there's a lot of conversation about, should people still visit the island? Should they not? Should people wait a couple of weeks? And somebody posted on one of my comments that, I think it was actually Jennifer McCord. Jennifer, I don't know if you're still in the chat room. If you are, I'm going to credit you with this comment. Please still come, because the businesses that were not damaged, those businesses are still thriving. They still need business and people to come to Maui. Yet other reports say, don't go out there yet. Give it a month, give it a couple of weeks, give them time to get caught up, and let the items that are being donated get there and all that sort of stuff. What's your take on all of that? I mean, what's happening there?
Well, we follow the mayor and the governor's lead. Mayor Bisson, as heartbreaking as it is, the rest of Maui is open. We have South Maui, and so we welcome visitors in that sense. Visitors going to the west side should be as respectful as possible in terms of what the rules are. But the lifeblood of Maui in terms of economy is tourism. So the whole south side, Wailea, Kihei, is open, central Maui. So yes, they encourage visitors to a certain extent.
So would you say that you're part of the encouragement side and believe people should still go and enjoy what is still there?
Yes, within reason. Again, and if for the ones that are going, again, follow all the rules set forth by the governor and be respectful to the islanders. We're grieving, in that sense, we should still allow people to see the magic of Maui.
Absolutely. Great. My producer, John, so it's going to be easy to remember.
There's a small airport there in Lahaina, right?
Yes, there's a small airport.
Fly in from the other islands. That's where you fly into.
It was open about 20 years ago. It was busier, but
right.
The main airport is in Kahului. That's the one we use for commercial flights.
Yeah, I used to fly into Lahaina all the time when I was doing the projects over there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought up the projects. We know that inflation there on the island is generally higher than the mainland because it is an island. It's tougher to get to for a lot of companies and whatnot. But reading reports about rebuilding that part of the island, Products could take months maybe to come in because of stuff being held up. I know the wood I read, which is quite interesting, has to go through termite inspection to rebuild and all that stuff. What do you think? And this is purely a guess in your opinion, knowing the infrastructure there. What do you think would be a reasonable timetable for people to not start rebuilding, but when do you see things being done as far as rebuild and being what it was previously in terms of living, residential, and everything else about things getting started again?
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of news, and locally, a lot of the locals want to start the process, but they also want a lot of say in how and when it's going to happen. There's some grieving process still, but everything there takes slower because everything's got to be shipped from the mainland. So I think they want to start looking at it soon, but again, be sensitive to the fact that people are still grieving.
Right.
What I hear from the experts, it's going to take years in terms of the infrastructure, people's homes,
Right.
3, 5, 6 years, and maybe I've even heard 8, 9 years. So it's going to be a process.
So those people, the residential side, those people have been displaced because of this. Are there where are those people going to settle for the next, we'll say 3 to 8 years until their homes are rebuilt or whatever? And where are they all staying? What's happening with those folks?
Governor Green has done a great job in terms of relocating housing for people, and he's provided 30 to 40 week timeline. So at least short term to get people settled.
Right.
Now longer term, that's I think they're working on that in terms of after 6, 7, 8 months. But so they're committed to housing people and having services for them.
Right.
In terms of mental health, just accessibility, so they can get their lives kind of resituated.
Because looking at the pictures, people lost everything. And so even though people are being rehoused, they're going in with their shirts on their back and that's it. So what are you hearing besides financial donations and support? What is let's say the number one need do you think out there to support those that are displaced right now?
I think it's just allowing people to heal and grieve and find their loved ones. I mean, because there's so many people still missing. I think that's first and foremost, basic needs, relocating them to housing, but also allowing for some time for people to just, grieve and find their loved ones and kind of just process.
Sure.
We're what 12 days in, I think. It's just, so we're all still in shock, and I'm not even there. So, I mean, just.
No, but you are there spiritually because your roots are there. I mean, you moved here, you said what, 2012?
15.
Oh, 15. Okay, so you're talking 8 years. I mean, all those years prior to moving here, that's your roots and family. So you may not be there physically, but you're there emotionally because of it being part of your home. I have to ask the obvious question, and I apologize for asking this, but I get paid the high bucks to ask the tough questions. Yeah, zero. Anyway, do you have any personal connections to anybody out there that had devastation, that lost their home? God forbid, lost their lives, but do you know people that obviously personally experienced that negative side?
Yeah. Fortunately for me, a primary family, we didn't lose any primary family, but again, close family friends have been impacted.
Okay.
People close and dear to me. Friends, uncles are missing. Kids are missing, and you see on the news, and it's devastating because
Right.
every day is a different head count in terms
Right.
of the deceased, or
Yeah, unfortunately, that number keeps going up. And you and I were actually talking about this at school this week, that eventually they're going to have to go through the ocean for people who maybe ran towards the water thinking they'd be safe, that did not survive or maybe drowned or whatever. Have they even talked about that? Have you heard anything coming from there that's an area that they need to start doing searches or rescues and stuff?
I know they've actively on the first few days they've actively with the lifeguard looked through the ocean, and you've heard stories of people surviving with the face with their shirts covering the whole night.
Right.
I mean, it's just those traumas are, I think we're all as a world
Sure.
still trying to process, right, how intense that was for everyone.
And reading the news, like you said, everybody's is seeing it from the outside because of news reports and articles and things like that. I mean, my first reaction when I started reading about it was how quickly this fire, the winds or whatever it was, because it was on the backside of a hurricane or whatever it was. And I don't think they've still come up with a cause, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct?
I think it's all speculation, but there's some companies that have done research that they have some hypotheses that probably at some point will be proven true. I mean, so
Okay.
they're looking at the fact finding process still.
Like a spark or something, or some like a electric
It's-
right causing
yeah.
a spark, that kind of thing.
It seems to be what the research is providing. Again, it's just all
Sure. Speculation.
speculation, but it seems
Because it seems like that I must be Hurricane Hillary, but I might be wrong on this. But I remember they're saying there was a huge storm that was around the island at that time, and the winds from this storm is probably what escalated it as quickly as possible, or as quickly as it did, to devastate the island. Which is, I can, in my lifetime, I don't ever remember hearing of a wildfire in Hawaii at any time. And so for me, this is a first for my life, but it was very quick and rapid. People saying because of the winds of the storm.
yeah. The winds they clocked it at like 78. The gusts were 78 to 80 miles per hour from Hurricane Dora, which and also the fire they're saying went in 1 mile. It traveled in 1 minute 1 mile. Imagine a brush fire moving in 1 minute, covering a mile of a square mile.
I can't even walk that fast that far. I mean,
Yeah,
geez, please.
So
Holy cow.
it was overwhelmingly quick.
My friend Jennifer, who lives out there in Maui, and I think on the north side, like you were talking about, I asked her to confirm that. She's a kindergarten teacher out there. She says many people were in the ocean waiting for up to 8 hours initially, trying to hopefully get rescued or find safe passage. It just overwhelms me. But to see the news, to see how fast this devastation happened, it's unfortunate. And I'm kind of like on the fence about whether people should go or not. But if they do go, I think you hit it. Oh, not Maui. She lives on Oahu. Sorry, I don't know why we're talking Maui, but Jennifer lives on Oahu. But I think the biggest thing, if people are going to go there, stay away from Lahaina. Like you said, let people process all of this. Let people realize what's there. Don't be part of the looky-loo contingency to be there to just take pictures. Let the Red Cross, let people coming in who's making donations and supporting, and those people need to get in there first. Let's not get in there to take pictures or be the looky-loos to wonder, I wonder what this town looks like. Don't make that part of your excursions, folks. Like John said, let everybody there do what they need to do. All right, we're going to take a break, but I do have a favor. You have a instrument there next to you, which I know you love playing around the school for the kids as well. So I'm going to ask you to play a little song as we get ready to go out to break.
Okay, yeah, this one's called White Sandy Beach, and I actually love playing
By Izzy. Izzy.
Yes.
Oh, I love that.
So I'll give a little. I saw you in my dreams. We were walking hand in hand on a white sandy beach of Hawaii.
No, don't put me on the big screen to sing. Nice try. No, I love that song. When I visited Hawaii in 2009 for the NFL Pro Bowl, we, as part of our contingency, we went up to the Dole Plantation, and of all places in the gift shop was the CD of Izzy from 51st Dates. Fell in love with it. White Sandy Beach is one of my favorite songs in his CD, and here's a guy like you on a ukulele, right? It's not a ukulele, it's an ukulele, right?
Ukulele.
How many notes can one play on there? How many chords are on there?
Everything the guitar has can be on here. Minors, anything can be played on here.
Because he said that, or it was told that he only played like 2 or 3 chords, right, for his music, and never really went off of that. If you listen to his songs, the ukulele behind it is almost the same chords and notes. Is there truth to that?
Yes, the essence of a lot of great songs only require 3 chords, and it exemplifies that. A lot of these songs are so simple but so pure and original.
Here's a guy that if you see his picture, and I know he passed away relatively young, if I'm not mistaken, Huge guy. You think this guy would run over a building and would just crush people. But to write songs and do the music that he does that are so emotional and powerful, I'm sorry that I didn't find his music sooner than 51st Dates with What a Wonderful World, because that was a song that I think hooked the world in to really either re-embrace him, who were fans of his before, or just totally a whole new audience to embrace his music.
Yeah, he's as authentic musician as you can be in Hawaiian soul. Like his music stands for itself. Like I don't know if you'll ever find someone like him in terms of just his rawness of his voice, and just it's so real. You know, it hits your heart.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to step aside for a final break of the show a few minutes early because I'm going to put John on the spot with some of my fun, crazy questions, as well as together we're going to talk about Gilbert Elementary School and some of the things that they offer the students that really come from all over the valley to be part of it. And I'm proud to be part of the Gilbert Giraffe family. Hey, you're watching Aaron's Hour Special Edition, Hawaii-centric. We'll be right back.
With our award-winning patented Ultimate 3-in-1, packed wrinkle-free in our innovative garment bag, generous duffel, and all-purpose day pack for incredible versatility. Experience easy wrinkle-free packing with quick access to travel essentials. Exclusively ours, an extension pocket for longer items or additional storage. Avoid check-in fees and lost luggage with our patented wraparound garment bag and duffel for a single carry-on. Easily hang the garment bag at your destination and use our duffel as a pop-up drawer. Back at home, the duffel and garment bag fold neatly into the day pack for compact storage. Travel smarter and simpler with Ultimate Luggage.
Gallery a second time. Hey, welcome back to Aaron's Hour. UltimateLuggage.com. Let me tell you, this is an unpaid solicitation because I'm just that kind of guy. I bought that about 10 days ahead of my trip to Reno last week to test it out. And I didn't want to risk checking in a bag. But that piece you just saw there, check it out because I used it. I love it. It was a carry-on bag. I had my suit. I had my toiletries, everything together in an overhead. Southwest Airlines, it fit perfectly. So check out Ultimate Luggage. You will love it. You will enjoy it. And I recommend it. Anyway, so John Piloton joins us. He is a current principal at Gilbert Elementary School, School of the Arts. It's probably one of the oldest schools in Vegas, right?
Yes, it's from the 60s. It's older, cute and quaint school. Yeah.
Cute and quaint is a great way to describe it because the school I came from was one of those multiple building campuses. You had the original building with all the different, take Eileen's school, Bozarth Elementary School, which you're intimately familiar with, and then add a second 2-story building next to that is what my previous school had. Wow. And then I go to this school, and like you said, it's a quaint little building from the 60s, plenty of portables out in the parking lot for more classes, which I reside in, which is totally cool. Number 55, by the way. I can't drive 55. It's perfect. But it is an old school. And you walk on campus and you walk into that building, it's almost like a throwback feeling to a time where schooling wasn't so big because it is quaint. I think that's a great word for it. And the staff love it there. I will say that as well. It's a great staff. But I want to focus in on the art side of the campus. It's a magnet school technically, correct?
Yes.
And other than broadcasting, which would be the number one that I'll hype all the time, of course, what other arts are focused there? Share with everybody.
So we have a lot of programs. We have dance programs. Our featured program historically has been the matinee. We have a winter matinee in December and one in the spring, and all grade levels get to take part in it. And it's magical, Aaron. Honestly, creative arts, and I've told this to my families at opening day. If I was a kindergartner in this valley, this is a school I would choose. I mean, I'm subjective, obviously. For me, for many reasons, the arts is important. You can use it to teach kids, and we hope to do some great things here. We have a lot of programs teachers like you and some people from Bunker joining us. So I hope to do great things this year.
I'm glad you said the previous school. I didn't want to be the one to throw them under my bus.
Well, it's mainly, like I said, we're immersing everyone here, and we want to do great things. And the kids, our community, we have a theater.
Yep.
Welcome listeners at some point. If you contact me and Aaron, we come visit our school and take part in some of the activities we'll be featuring this year.
And one of them, I'm going to jump the shark, although it's not scheduled. The Roundtable, which is my Thursday night show with Rick Upchurch and George Miklos, you and I have talked about it. We chatted with Don Krakow, who is the head of the studio and stuff over there, about coming over there and doing my Thursday night show live from Gilbert in that fantastic studio that's available for these kids to learn the industry.
Yeah, no, and that studio, I must say, Don Corco, a theater manager, I think has been here like 40 plus years.
Yeah.
He's committed. He's grown that program, and I would welcome, and Mr. Aaron will help us, sustain that level of just our kids broadcasting. That studio is amazing.
When I saw it, when you were kind enough to invite Eileen and I for that Friday night dance show that was there, and you took me in the studio, the active studio where the kids are, very similar where I am right now. But then Don showed me the sound studio, the boards and everything. I was so impressed with that the next time I came into this studio, I told John, my producer, who's the owner of Worldwide Digital Broadcasting, I said, dude, their studio is 100 times better than this one. So you need to go over there and learn what they're doing. But I'm looking forward to doing that, because when we do the show there, those who are involved in the classes, the broadcast side, hopefully those students are welcome to come, the parents. And really what I really want to do, and you and I talked about this over the summer, is really help show off Gilbert and what it has to offer to the city, because I don't think it's a hidden gem for what it offers.
It is. It's a hidden gem. And again, the theater, Mr. Corco and I would like to offer more opportunities for CCSD folks to use our theater and feature it, and have our kids work with the engagement office and really get Gilbert back up and going, post-pandemic.
If a corporation, here's an idea or a question. I know next to us there's a whole corporate center being built, but what if a business out there wanted to rent out the theater for their use of a seminars? Can that be arranged if a company wants to come in and utilize the theater?
Yes, there's a process of doing that. They would contact myself or office manager, and we have a system on that could allow for that.
Okay, let's throw the number out there to the school so people know to call if they're even remotely interested. 702-799
4730.
See, every school starts with the 799. That's the only part I remember. All right. I promise you, or I should say I forewarned you this week that I have a list of really bizarre out in left field kind of questions that are fun for my listeners to learn more about the people that I bring on as guests. So these are questions. So there's no like phoning a friend. You can't call your wife for help on any of these. These are first response, first thing that comes to mind. That's the kind of answers I want. All right. You ready?
Ready.
All right. Who's your favorite actor of all time?
Wow, actor of all time. Geez, probably maybe Robert De Niro.
Oh, I got you there. Who's your favorite actress of all time?
Actress of all time. Wow, you're putting me on the spot. There's so many of them. Probably, it's gonna be in the 80s. My wife would probably answer. Favorite actress of all time? Maybe Meryl Streep.
All right. Listen, it's your answers. It's whatever you want it to be. All right. Here's one that may help with this. So what is your favorite all-time movie? So that when it comes on your TV, streaming service, or whatever, you don't answer the phone. You pop your popcorn. You grab your favorite adult beverage. You sit with your wife, your family, whatever, to watch what movie?
Braveheart.
Really?
Yeah, really. I like that movie. I love it a lot.
All right.
Wait. Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, there's
one A, one B.
Yes.
I'm hooked on that.
Shawshank Redemption, though, I think is on TV like every other day now.
Yes.
But it is a movie that no matter where it comes on, you're just engaged with it. I like that answer better than Braveheart. But I like that one as well. That's a good one. Favorite, this may be a giveaway, but favorite music genre?
Favorite soft rock, 70s, 80s.
Okay. Favorite all-time favorite.
There was no soft rock in
Oh,
the 70s or
that's
80s.
because you smoke marijuana, John JPEG Styles. Favorite all-time song, so that when you're driving in your car, either to school or home, it comes on, you're at a red light, you don't care what anybody is seeing inside the car, you're just bebopping, rocking out to your favorite song, which is what?
Bee Gees, How Deep Is Your Love?
Wow. So, yeah, you can't really rock out to that one, though.
But I love it. My wife and I love that stuff.
That's all right. Bee Gees, listen. Bee Gees in the 70s, like you said, that soft rock music time, Saturday Night Fever, all that stuff. That Bee Gees were great. It's okay. I'm proud to say I listened to them. Couple other good. Okay, favorite meal, top to bottom, starting with appetizer.
It's going to be in the Japanese section. Appetizer, probably like sashimi, like raw fish,
Okay.
with some sushi after that.
Okay.
After that, with some traditional Japanese dishes, tonkatsu, all those amazing Japanese dishes.
Okay.
Followed probably by shave ice. Probably is my dessert of choice. That would be outside of the Japanese side, but I love shave ice.
No wonder why we have the shaved ice truck at school all the time. No. By the way, on the side, not that. Just curious. You're married to Kathy 20 some odd years. You said, right?
25 years.
And how did you meet Kathy?
At UH Manoa. We went to school together.
Oh, out in Hawaii. Okay.
Yeah.
What does she do?
She's a counselor at DVG Elementary, so shout out to DVG. Right?
Oh, there you go.
Bostard. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Not too far from where Eileen is. I think DVG also got. Jennifer McCord wants to know: are you excited that Zippy's is opening in Las Vegas in October?
Yes, Jennifer McCord. We are waiting for Zippy's. Zippy's has amazing dishes, and the desserts underrated. So yes, we are excited.
So is it a Hawaiian style restaurant, wide flavor?
Yeah, it's Hawaiian style, but very commercial dishes. You have your chicken katsu, so your hamburger steaks, to your Hawaiian food, luau, lau lau. Yeah, so they're amazing.
Jennifer also put in there, I don't know if you saw the comment pop up, that our school sounds great. Her school was built back in 1956, so she's also familiar with that older classic school. Take this for what it's worth, Mr. Principal. She is a great kindergarten teacher. You know what I'm saying? She's a wonderful kindergarten teacher. Just keep that in the back of your head.
Looking to move up to the first grade or second grade?
She loves Vegas. She comes here a couple of times a year on the way to Texas to visit her family there. But she loves Vegas, and I'm just saying, keep that in the back of your mind for future reference. That's all I'm saying.
Ms. McCord, if you're ever here, give us a visit. Aaron's probably going to be on campus, and so just let us know, and I can show you the school. It's an amazing school.
Jennifer, I think she's coming in.
We need teachers.
That's right. We need teachers. I might move. Oh, she says, I know that. She says she might move to Las Vegas. So
I dare you.
I double dog dare you, Jennifer. But no, when she comes out next time, I will arrange it to have her come up and meet you and tour the campus. All right, a couple more questions. Then I know you're working diligently there. That's your office at school, so I'll let you get back to work. Just make sure you fill out my payroll correct. That's all I care about. I don't want to ask that question because you know the answer to that one. I can't ask that one. Oh, here's one for you. I like this one. If you can win an Olympic medal in any sport, real or fake, what would it be?
Probably basketball. I just love basketball.
Did you play it growing up?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Were you good at it?
I'm decent. I mean, high school. But I just love the cardio. It's
a good workout.
It's a good workout.
Absolutely. All right, couple more questions, and you're off my hot seat for that. If first of all, I hope you know the answer to this, but who's your favorite superhero? Batman or Superman?
Batman.
Oh, good answer. Good answer. No, is it really? Is Batman or Superman?
It is, Aaron, but to be honest, because the villain lines of the Batman franchise, amazing. I mean, you have that's why I like Batman, because he has these annoying, amazing variety of villains, from the Joker to the
Rogue Gallery. Who's your favorite villain?
I would say probably the Joker. I mean, he's dark, but I mean, you have the Penguins, kind of a little favorite too.
Who's your favorite Joker?
Probably Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
I'd say Heath Ledger was amazing.
I'm sure you watched the old TV series in the 60s, right, with Adam West?
I did.
You know, Cesar Romero, you probably know this because you're a knowledgeable guy that you are. He refused, he had a mustache because he was considered a Latin actor, and he was all in those romance movies, and he refused to shave his mustache. So if you ever look closely at his face, his white makeup is caked on so heavy to try to hide his mustache as best as they could because he refused to shave it.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Stupid little tidbit I keep up in this brain, ladies and gentlemen. All right. If a movie were made about you, Mr. John, who would you like to see play you in a movie in the future?
Wow, that's a hard question. Maybe Benjamin Bratt? I don't know. Maybe.
You know what? I see that. Benjamin Pratt. I see that. That's a good one.
No, Benjamin Bratt.
No. But I see it.
Yeah.
You think he could play as good a role as principal in a movie about you as you do in real life?
Yeah, the guy can act. I mean,
All right. They can act. He can act. That's not saying you're acting, of course. John, my producer.
Short Round.
Short Round?
Yeah.
What is that?
I can't remember his name.
Oh, then that doesn't help me. All right.
Indiana Jones.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Only if you know Indiana Jones. All right.
Everything Everywhere All at Once.
No, can I get back to my guest?
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. All right. So last tough question. When the day comes that you are at the pearly gates and the maitre d' is there to greet you in, what is it that you want to hear him say to you as you are welcomed in to heaven?
You were good to your loved one and friends. Just a kind person.
Perfect. And you know what? That is totally true. I'd be there to make sure they spell everything right, to be honest with you. That's if I can get an escalator up. Get there and anyway. All right. Gilbert Elementary School, check it out. The website is you can get through CCSD. But you know what? Call ahead, 799-4730 if you want to come and stop by and visit the campus. A lot going on. You'll love the campus. And just listen, everybody. Keep your thoughts and prayers out there for those affected by the fires out in Hawaii. Help in a way that you can, but don't get in the way. How's that? How's that for a tagline?
Yes.
I just came up with that one. Wow. All right. Thank you, John. I'll see you on Monday. Thank you for spending time. Now go back to work and make sure the school doesn't fall down. All right.
Thank
John
you.
Piloton, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your time, sir. Appreciate it. See you Monday. All right, real quickly, as a side note, ladies and gentlemen, next weekend, Justin, my buddy Justin from Heroes and Hearts, love that guy to death. Next Sunday at the Discovery Children's Museum, he's having a fundraiser, courtesy of doing rock, paper, scissors. So if you guys remember that little game, I was an odds and evens guy, 1, 2, 3, shoot. But $9 to get in if you're 12 and under. It's $19 to go in if you're an adult over 12. Funds being raised here are to help his cause to go out to South Africa to build a safe place for students there to read and be safe and continuing their education. He successfully did that in Poland, where the refugees from Ukraine were crossing the border. He's already done that. Now he wants to go out to South Africa. So come on out to that. The doors open at 12. The event starts at 12:30. It's a true tournament with brackets and everything. I've been asked to do many things in my life, and I broadcast many sports, but covering a rock, paper, scissors tournament will be a first for me. But I'll be happy to see you get out there. Also next weekend on Saturday and Sunday, if you're a toys and collectibles fan, Power Play Sports sports cards and memorabilia. They're putting on a show out there at Sam's Town next weekend. Toys Con Anywhere. Aaron Zara will be out there as well, so check that out. But certainly come by and let's help raise money for Justin. Heroesandhearts.org is the website. All right, with that, I want to thank everybody for watching this week. It's great to be back in studio. Once again, a shout out to George the Mouth Miklos for filling in for me last week with Weird News. I thought it was a great episode, a lot of fun. Next week, be sure you tune in again from 12 o'clock. We'll be live from Sam's Town. As always, everybody, thank you for watching. Thank you to my guests, Ed and Richard, Desert Valley Gallery. Get out there, 20% off, $1,000 or more purchase for first-time buyers. And again, to Mr. John Piloton, principal of Gilbert Elementary School, sharing his experience growing up in that area, visiting Lahaina from Maui and all of that. All right, with that, be kind to everybody. Why is that? We're all we have. Stay dry. If you're in the Vegas area, California, please be careful wherever you are. Keep an eye out for everybody's safety. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week right here from Sam's Town. Thank everybody for watching.
sky.